Hello friends, welcome back to Cool IT Help. In this tutorial session, we are going to install and configure Git and GitHub on Windows 11. Let's begin. Let me tell you what we are going to do in this session. First, we will see installation and configuration of Git and GitHub. After that, we will learn to add, commit and push files into GitHub from the Git bash. This is going to be practical session. So we will cover everything in detail. I will explain you everything properly. Okay, let me tell you here first, I'm using Windows 11 SE and I'm going to download the Git from this link. Same link present in the description. You can check the description and get the link. Open the browser, put in the address bar, press enter. Now you can see this is the official Git download page. And here and the portable installer as well, but we will go by procedure. So we will click on this link. We are going to use proper installer for the Git. Okay, once you click on this link, you will see downloading in progress. A small file will be downloaded like this. I have already downloaded this one. Just double click on this exe to launch. Okay, then you will see a message from Windows, user account control. Simply click on the yes. And then you will see the Git setup window. This is the terms, license and agreement page. If you want to read some information, you can go through. Okay, click next. And this is the destination location. So basically Git will be installed in the program files. If you want to be installed in the program files, if you want to install in different location, you can go with this browse button. Click next. On this window, this will show you the components that are going to be installed. So basic components are checked and you want to add some additional components, which are the desktop icons for GitHub and Git bash. So we have just selected for the additional icons, right? So leave the rest of the thing as it is. Click next. And this is the start menu folder. So this folder will be created with the name of Git. Okay. I think we should proceed with the same name. Click next. Okay. On this window, this is asking, please choose the default editor, okay, which will be picked up by the Git. So at the time of installation, how many text editor on your machine will be detected, and that will be present in this list. So you have to choose the default editor that will be used by the Git. In our case, in my case, I have several editor available. If you are proficient with the Vim editor, you can go ahead. You want to Notepad++, you can choose. Also, we can choose the Visual Studio Code as the default Git editor. Mostly, people like the Visual Studio Code as a default editor. But this is your choice. You can proceed with the editor of your choice. I'm going with Visual Studio Code as a default editor. Okay, I just selected in the drop down. Now click next. Okay, when you click next, you will see the another window adjusting the name of the initial branch in new repositories. So basically select the second radio button. Okay, and we are going to create the branch with the name main. I'm not going to change it main. This is useful thing. Generally, I set the main to avoid the conflict. So you simply proceed with the main. But you can change the name as well at this place. There is no restriction. Click next. Okay. When you come here on this is asking to adjust the path environment. What you want to do, use the Git and Git bash only. Simply go with the first option. And here we are going to proceed with the Git from the command line as well as the third-party software, which is the recommended option for us. Click next. Here we have to choose the SSH executable. Simply go with the bundled open SSH that comes with the installer. And click next. Now here this is asking us to choose. select the default one, click next. Then this is asking to configure the ending conversions. Check out Windows style because we are on the Windows. That's why we are going with the first option. Click next. And then on this window, terminal emulator to use the Git bash. Okay, go with the first one. Use min-tty, use default terminal of MSYS2. Click next. Here, the default behavior of git pull. So we will select the first one, forward or merge, right? Click next. And right here, the credential helper. So basically, there is a provision to use the Git credential manager that will help you. So choose the first option. On this, configuring extra option. Enabling file system cache, please enable, check this box and click next. Now at this place, enable, check this box and click next. Now at this place, 2 more checkboxes are available, configuring experimental options. So simply check these 2 boxes, no problem. Click install button. Now the actual installation will begin from this place. We will wait until this progress bar complete its progress. And soon you will see a message completing the Git setup wizard. Okay, great. So just uncheck the release note view and just launch the Git bash. Then you will see this kind of black and white window. This is the Git bash, right? So this is automatically opened. Now I will show you how you will open the Git bash from the Windows search. Now come to the Windows search and type Git. Then you will see the installed options like Git GUI, Git bash, Git CMD. Okay, so first we will see Git bash and Git GUI. Git bash, and now we will open Git GUI. We can proceed with both ways, but we must know the Git bash as well. So this on the right hand side, this is the Git GUI client. So we can create the new repository, clone the repository. Also, we can open the existing repositories with these options. All things are available, but in this session, we are going to cover the Git bash. So we are going to focus on the Git bash only. Okay. Now the next thing, I have one folder. Suppose this is my project folder and I want to initialize the Git inside. Okay. So come to your project folder and do the right click, show more option, and you can launch the Git bash from this place. Okay, click this option and then you can see here on the Git bash, the path is my project folder, which is my apps, right? So further we will create one file in this folder. Okay, and then we will push this into the GitHub. That's why we are using this my apps folder. Okay, now when you type the command get init, so because we are inside our project folder, so first we have to initialize the Git, right? PW means present working directory. So you can type the PWD and you can see in which directory you are. Then to initialize the Git, we will run the very first command is git init, right? Press enter. Then you will see this kind of message. And in the background, inside the folder, you can see the hidden folder is created with .git extension, right? Right? This is appearing as, why? Because we have checked the hidden item view option enabled, right? Now we can proceed. Now I will show you with the help of ls-l. So this will show you the details. Whenever you want to see the details, what is inside the folder, simply type ls space -al. I hope till this point you are clear. Nice this. Okay, so I have just created one sample file test.java, and now I'm going to open this with the help of Visual Studio Code. You can open the file with any editor of your choice, but Visual Studio Code is more convenient coding the Java, right? So here we have written some sample program inside it and just closed the file. Now, when I will come back here in the git bash, I will type the git status. So this command will show you the status. What are the files inside you just created? So this is detecting that one file is created, which means this is untracked files and no commit is executed or even file is not added to the git. So what is the sequence? Whenever you create a new file, first you need to run the add command. After that you will run the commit command. After that you will run the push command to push this file or more files into the GitHub. Let's add this file into the GitHub. So what will be the command? Git add and the file name. See this, right? Command executed successfully. And then I will check the status of the git again by typing git status. See this here on the bash. No commits yet. Right now we are on the main branch and this detected the new file is added. So you will get this kind of message when you add a file into the git, right? So we have executed the first step. Adding is done. Now we will proceed to commit this file into the git. Okay. The command is very simple. Git commit -m. M means the message. With the commit, you can provide a message, then file name, press enter. Okay, once we do this thing, definitely Git will ask you that who are you? So we haven't provided the credentials that which user is going to commit, how Git will identify if many people are working on the same file or same the changes. That's why this want to differentiate and asking some credential and identity. So we have to run these two commands. First one is git config hyphen global space user email, and in the double quotes you have to provide the email ID. This can be any email ID. You can give your proper Gmail ID or whatever email ID you are using. Okay. So we have to give the user email ID and then press enter. So, okay. And now the second command we have to run, we have to set the username. And this is the command. Again, do copy and paste it here. Git config hyphen global space user.name. Then in the double quotes, give the username. Username can be anything. This time I'm giving like cool IT. This time I'm giving like cool IT help. Then press enter. So we have seen both command executed successfully with no error. Now we can proceed and we will try to commit the files again with the same command. And we are going to type git commit -m. This is for the message, and give your message in the double quotes space the file name, because we are focusing on the single file to commit. Press enter. Then you will see this kind of message. One file changed. This Test.java. Okay. Now again we will check the status by typing git status, press enter, and then you will see a message like working tree is clean. That means no commit is pending. Some more action, right? Let me tell you what we are going to do now. Now we will create a GitHub account and then we will configure a repository. Then we will go with the push command and then we will push this test.java file into the GitHub repository. Okay, I hope this is clear to you. We will do everything here as a practical. Let's do it. So friends, first you have to create a GitHub account if you don't have. So visit the website github.com and simply give some details and create your GitHub account, and please log into it. So I have an account, I have just logged in and I'm going to continue from this place. Okay. So I'm assuming you have created. Okay. So I'm assuming you have created the GitHub account, you are just logged in, and then you will see this kind of interface. On the right hand side, the plus icon, plus enter, and then you will see new repository option, click on it. Then you will see this kind of interface. This is the owner, means the username. And now we have to give the repository name. And what will be the repository name? Generally, I prefer to give the repository name as my project folder. So this will avoid some name conflicts. So I've just copied my project folder name and I came back here and pasted the same name here. Okay, the next box is description. So if you are working on the multi-tier project, so you can give the description of your repository. This is a staging, production, testing, or dev repository. What kind of purpose? Okay, now this is public because I want to open that. Anybody on the internet can see the repository and then they can comment on it. Simply proceed the next and create repository. Then your repository will be created like this and you will see this kind of interface. Now here, Git is asking us to execute these commands, and there are some helping details for us that how we can proceed to commit our created file, which we have just created on our local machine. So these are the steps from the beginning. We have already executed the git init command, and then we added our file which was Test.java. Then we have executed our commit on that file, and then we are already present on the main branch. Let me tell you how you will identify which branch you are. See this. When you go on the bash, on the very right, you can see the branch name. So we are on the main branch. Now we have to execute these two commands only to push our file into the GitHub repository. Okay, I hope you guys are clear. The same thing is written here. First block is for like you are doing for the new repository, and the second block is like for instruction for if you have any existing repository, so you can proceed with that. So in our case, we are working on a new repository, so we will execute these two commands. Okay, I will show you what we are going to do. Okay, one important thing, guys. Before pushing any file into the Git, we need a token like access key, and we need to generate it from the GitHub without bash. So first we will see the procedure how to create this token. Let's generate the token together. This time I'm here in this GitHub. Okay, just scroll up, go to the very right hand side on your icon, profile icon, click, and then you will see the menus. Click on this settings option. Okay, and this setting page will appear. So on the left hand side, just go to the down side, scroll down, and you will see this option developer setting. Click on it. Okay, now on this page we have three options. Go to the third one, personal access tokens. When you click, two nodes will appear. Click on the token classic, right? And then when you click, you will see some action on the right hand side. Here another button, generate new token. Click on it and select the second one, which is generate new token classic. When you click, the page will be loaded like this. New personal access token, right? In the note section is just like comment that this token is for which repository, or you can set any message. What is this token for, right? And there are some options. So we have to select all the options or some of the options as per the need, as per the access we want to grant to the user. So I'm giving like this first token. Here a provision is there, like this token will be expired, then nobody can push the changes into the repositories. So you can set the date, you can set custom days as well. Here's the calendar option. So I am setting the date the next day. Okay. After 1 day, this token will be expired. Then I have to come back and I have to generate this token. Then I will share to the users who are working with my team, it means on team members, so they can commit. Or if you are working, so you have to generate this token again after expiration. And here a lot of options. So if you want to give the full control, simply check all the boxes and then click on this generate token button. So all options has their access, giving full access on this repository to the user. Now click on the generate token and soon you will see this kind of token which is just generated here. So guys, one important note, please don't refresh this page. If accidentally you refresh this page, your token will be lost. You have to generate this token again and you will not able to recover the previous token. So simply copy and paste it somewhere at the safe place. Okay, because we are going to use this token to push our file. I have just saved this token in the notepad. Let's proceed to push our file from local to this GitHub repository. Now we are going back to the notepad. So we have to make one arrangement. So you have seen these two commands, which we need to execute to push our changes, right? So what change we need to do? We have just copied one token, right? So this is the token we have just generated. So what we need to do, after these two / paste this token, then put @ simple. Okay. And don't worry, these two commands given in the description, you can pick these two commands from the description, right? And do the same changes. I have just done it. Now this command is ready. We can execute on the git bash. Now I will copy this complete command. And I will go back here in this bash. Okay, successfully executed. Now the final command which will push our file from the main branch to the GitHub repository. So just copy the second command, paste it here and press enter. And then you will see these details, right? Counting objects 100% done, data compression using 12 thread, compressing objects done, writing objects done. Okay, so that means we have successfully pushed our file into the GitHub repository. Now come back to your Git repository, go to these 3 lines and you can come to the bottom. You can see the repository name. Just click on your repository name. And when you see, you can find the file is committed and the command is of the file. See this test.java which is committed. Let me open the file. See the same file which we have created on our local machine, pushed successfully here in this Git repository and it is available here. See the command also available at this place. I hope you guys understood the process of push a file from git bash to GitHub. Now we will do one more activity. So we will see how to edit the file, then how we will do commit and push of the same file again. Okay, let me go back. Right now I'm here on the bash. Okay, again what I will check, I will do git status. Then you can see a message, no commit is pending. Okay, now we will perform the changes in the file, which is changes in the file which is present on our local inside this project folder. Okay, so what you will do, because we have opted the VS Code as a base editor for this Git file, right? So type the code, file name, then this file will be opened in the VS Code. Now I will do minor change at this place. I will add some lines in this system.out.println statement. And then we will save this file and we will try to commit and push. Okay, now come back to the Git status after saving the changes of the file from the VS Code. Type Git status, then you can see Git detected the changes. So you will see modified Test.java message. Now it's time to commit. Now type the same command git commit -m and give a message like you are doing the commit, and then give the file name. Press enter. And then you will see this message. Command executed successfully. Okay. But till this time, that change is not pushed to your GitHub repository. Now it's time to push the changes into the GitHub repository. So what command we have to execute? We have to run git push command. Git push -u origin main. Press enter. Within a second, you will see this kind of message. That means you have successfully pushed the new changes into the file onto the GitHub repository. Just go to the web browser, refresh the repository, and then you will see the file and the message is appearing on the file. And when you open the file here, you can properly see the changes are reflecting here in this file as well. So we have successfully pushed our changes into the GitHub repository. And when you do the Git status again, you will see working tree clean, no commit is pending. So now congratulations guys, we have done the second commit and push into the GitHub repository successfully. So we have seen the way to install and configure Git and GitHub. Also, we have seen how to push files into the GitHub from the Git bash. I hope you guys found this tutorial relevant and useful. Please hit the like button and please subscribe to learn more. And for now, thanks for watching.